Be ourselves. Good morning! Happy Fitness Friday, everybody. I am live from Texas, which I can't even believe I'm saying that out loud. But I am in Texas. And I've been here about 2 weeks, I think. I've talked to a lot of you. I'm so grateful to God for social media that I've been able to stay connected to all of you. Good morning, Karen. Thanks for tuning in this morning. Even though I'm in Texas, I'm going to still be coming to you guys live every Friday. Sometimes at 7 in the morning, sometimes at 8 in the morning when your special guest can't get here at 7 in the morning, you do it at 8 in the morning. That's just how I roll. So I am here live from my new fitness home, Vintage Oaks Fitness Center, and we are in New Braunfels, Texas. And already I've had the pleasure of meeting and connecting with the fitness director here in this beautiful facility that was just built in November.
Yeah, we opened in November.
Yep, just built in November. They just in time, they knew I was coming and was going to need a place to work out, Dottie.
Yeah.
So I was actually, Dottie and I, who I'm going to introduce you to in just a moment, Dottie and I had connected about a year ago when I came in for a visit and knew that the fitness facility was going to be built. So morning, Brandon. So we connected back then. We've stayed connected socially, and she's been waiting my arrival, and she came. She welcomed me with open arms, which was wonderful. And so here I am. And of course, right away I was like, you got to do a Facebook Live with me because you're freaking amazing. So I'm introducing to you this beautiful lady on my left. Is it my left? Is it my right? Which way?
This way.
To my left is Dottie Leblanc. Are you from France? Isn't that a sexy name?
My husband is French, so his name is Matt Leblanc, not the dude from Friends. However, we get asked that on the regular.
Yeah.
But he did ride motorcycles with the Matt Leblanc in California. Did? Yeah. So my husband is an ex-pro AMA motocross flat tracker.
Very cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So
that is awesome.
Yeah, kind of like a man for the need for speed.
Okay. All right. I see the attraction then. That making sense. Okay, so Dottie is the fitness director here, and she is amazing. As far as fitness directors go, she is top notch. She has an extensive background in health and wellness, so her and I connected immediately. We're on very much the same page professionally and personally, for that matter. So as I met her and as we got to talking, good morning, Cheryl. Please, y'all, I'm so excited. I feel like I'm with you right now. Please make sure you guys ask us questions too as we go through what we're going to go through today, because I'm going to have Dottie give you, she's going to give you her background, because as a health and fitness professional for over 25 years, you guys, I am an expert in many things, but not everything. So these Facebook Lives and these segments I wanted to establish to bring you all the best information I could go seek and get, because I'm always doing my research. I'm always learning. The industry is always changing. Health and wellness is always evolving.
Yeah.
And thank you. Is always evolving. Only half a cup so far. Bear with me. It's always evolving, and we're always changing. Okay, so the very thing we all try to avoid, which is change, is exactly what we're all doing anyway every day. We're aging. We want to change our health, our body, our attitudes, our moods. So that comes through doing many things, right? You always hear lifestyle. It is lifestyle, but we understand everybody's lifestyle is crazy and busy and everything else. So what are the tangible things that we can do? What are the attainable things that we can do as individuals to keep ourselves in the best health, again, as we're changing, aging, and growing? So I just went through the most crazy change of my life. Oh. Y'all, I have never lived anywhere but Illinois, Indiana. So I'm 46 years old. So I just took myself out of the very soil I was planted in, and it has been a lot of emotions. Good ones, bad ones, sad ones, happy ones, euphoric ones, you name it. I've gone through a lot the last couple of weeks, but the one thing that's kept me grounded and feeling amazing is coming right into this gym. I always connect to the gym.
Yeah.
That's my happy place. That's where I feel stable and calm and familiar. it's, so, and I can't thank you enough for making me feel so welcome coming in these doors. So much so that I'm already on the teaching schedule.
Well, I've been
Go
waiting.
figure.
Like, I've literally been waiting for you to get here. I needed your energy in this facility. Like, so thank you guys for allowing her to leave.
Thanks, guys.
I think she's going to be able to bring a completely different perspective to the facility. And that is exactly what I look for when onboarding people. So, yeah.
All right, so vintage oaks, New Braunfels, you've been warned. That's all we're going to say here.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I introduce you to Dottie. Good morning, Michelle. And she is going to give you her background in the health and wellness industry. And then what we really want to talk to you about is ID Life, which is a phenomenal customized nutritional program that she's been doing for a while now and had tremendous success. So, Dottie, take it away. I'm drinking coffee.
Michelle, Lucky, Texas, you're absolutely freaking right. And I'm kind of like you. Like, I am originally from Southeast Texas. So I'm not from here, so I am a transplant. But before I came here, I was in Alabama for 12 years, and then my husband is Cajun Kunas, so that's where the Leblanc comes from.
Okay.
He's from Baton Rouge. We lived over there. And
how did y'all meet? This might be another segment. I don't know. Yeah. Morning, Shannon. But I'm just going to throw it out there.
We met, I was fresh out of college. I think I was 24 years old.
Okay.
It was in 2004. I was working in Pensacola, Florida in radio advertising.
Oh, you've been all over.
Yeah.
Okay, and so she's been all over too.
Yeah, and he was working with D&D Cycles, which is a motorcycle shop over there that was actually sponsoring. They did like Ducati and all those higher name motorcycles. And I stopped in to solicit, not myself, but advertising.
But there you go.
And I left a business card, and 2 days later he called me. I didn't get the sale, but he did ask me out. And 2 months later he bought the ring, and at 4 months he proposed. So
there you go.
One of those that when it's right, it's right. And this year will be 14 years married.
Holy cow.
So it happened.
Good morning,
fast.
Kelly. All right, she's fast and furious, like she said he was. You said he's fast.
He's fast.
A need for speed.
Well, he said I screwed it up because he didn't want to get married till he was 40.
Oh,
I didn't want to get married till I was 30. So he got married when he was 30 and I was 25. So we screwed each other up.
There it is.
But my background in just like in the industry period, just so you guys know, like I've got 32 years in dance. I started dancing when I was 3. I taught competitive dance for 13 years.
Love that.
My second degree in college was in dance, so I've had a lot of extensive work in kinesiology and those areas. Let's see. After college, I did radio sales for a hot minute just to get the background in sales that I needed.
Sure.
And I moved into pharmaceutical.
Okay.
So I worked
Great background to have.
Yeah, so I worked in pharmaceutical sales for 8 years where we focused on over-the-counter products. Well, I wasn't just going to go work for anybody because when you think over-the-counter, I mean, and this goes for supplementation and everything across the board, it's not necessarily regulated by the FDA.
Aha. Hear this, people.
Yeah.
Over-the-counter is not necessarily regulated by the FDA, which everybody is so consumed with.
Which is so
the
true.
FDA's approval, who, P.S., by the way, I think is trying to kill us. Okay, I'm just saying. If you are from the FDA, I apologize for that statement, but I do.
Yeah, and with that said, like everything, even supplementation-wise, that's over-the-counter isn't third-party tested. So you don't know if what's inside of that little pill that you might be putting in your body is exactly what they say it is.
Scary.
Nor do you know that it is actually going to be metabolized the right way, that you actually need what's in it, and that it's not harming your body in a certain way. So when I went to work for, at the time, Adams Respiratory Therapeutics, the product was Mucinex. And the thing with Mucinex was it was FDA approved. It was a prescription product until the FDA said, look, this product is amazing. It is safe. It is effective. You've got an FDA, like a patent on the bilayer delivery system. So I'm a geek when it comes to how your body metabolizes medication and how it works with it.
Listen to this, guys. This is great information.
Especially as a mother, it's important when I'm putting in my kid's body. So ding, ding, ding.
Yes.
And so I absolutely loved working for Adams Respiratory Therapeutics, which was later bought out by Reckitt Benckiser, who you guys would know Reckitt Benckiser for the household side, which is Clearasil, Lysol, Airwick, those type of things.
Okay.
So they bought, and they wanted to get into the pharmaceutical side of it, and then they bought out Delsym. And so you're looking at long-acting, third-party tested products that are safe and effective. And we did a lot of like education, and I did sales for 6 years, went into management for 2 years from there. And then I knew when I had my daughter that I wasn't going to be able to keep up.
Her daughter's 6, by the way.
Yeah,
morning, Teresa.
She turned 6 at the end of August, so
okay.
we're almost there.
Okay, almost there. Almost there.
So I decided, I was a casualty. Let's just put it this way. I was a casualty of a $25,000 budget cut.
Sure.
I think that's what it was. I think it was bigger than that. I'm not really sure, but who goes first is management.
Yeah.
It was kind of a blessing in disguise for me, because honestly, I couldn't have maintained that travel schedule. And
God knew what was right for you.
Absolutely.
He put you right where you're supposed to be.
And we already knew that I wasn't going to continue after I had my daughter. It was going to be impossible. I flew out on Monday, flew home on Thursday, and I was home Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
And did it all again on Monday.
Yeah, no
So,
way.
with that said, I mean, it was kind of a blessing in disguise. I was paid throughout my pregnancy. Well, after I had my daughter, I mean, and this can happen to a lot of stay-at-home moms, is I kind of lost myself. I kind of fell into this hole.
Sure.
I became mom, and I was nothing else. I looked at going back to work in the pharmaceutical industry. I was extremely passionate about diabetes, because my dad and both of my grandfathers had diabetes.
Yep.
I was passionate about, cholesterol medications, because my mother has high cholesterol. Which she's almost off of all of her meds, because she finally listened to me.
Okay, good mom.
And started doing the nutrition the way I told her to. We're down 25 pounds. Whoop, whoop.
Awesome.
Yep.
Shout out to mom.
Shout out to mom. So from there, that's when I started trying to go back in working out, because I had done personal training for years. Not me personal training people, but people.
But you've been going. Yes, you've been going to trainers.
Yeah,
yes.
because and they were always like, "You need to do this. You would be awesome.
You would be
at
awesome
this."
at personal training.
And I'm
right.
like, I got a gig. We're good.
Yeah.
Well, I went and took my first bar class in 2004. Completely fell in love.
Sure. With a dance background, absolutely.
Yeah, fell in love. 6 months later, I was certified after working with physical therapists, working through the anatomy and physiology. Holy crap, that was the hardest thing I ever did.
Yes, it is.
Stayed with the bar method for probably about 8-9 months before she decided to close her doors.
Yeah.
Because she'd been in business for a while, and she was just kind of like, this is it for me. There's bigger fish to fry. Kind of thing. Blessing to me was Bar 3 out of Portland came into Baton Rouge, and I got certified with them.
Okay.
So I learned completely 2 different philosophies on the subject.
Yes.
And then that's when I started getting people kind of reaching out to me and saying, look, we don't have a bar studio in Beaumont, Texas. We would really like to get some education on this. Ever think about coming back? And I was like, no, but you know what? I've got an idea. And so that's when my company, Element for Fitness, was born.
Yeah.
Where I started working with registered dietitian to create meal plans for people based on their body.
So important.
Yep. And I don't believe in cutting out food groups, because I think all food groups are extremely important.
Thank you. 4 macronutrients, protein, carbs, fat, and water. You need them all to survive and function properly.
Absolutely. I don't believe in cutting out food. If it's medically regulated by a doctor, that's a different thing. I'm not going to fight with a doctor.
Yes, of course. No, we're not going to do that.
But if somebody's coming to me, we're going to introduce macronutrients and absolutely how much you need, so it's portion and consistency and number of meals that you have in a day.
Absolutely. Love it.
So from there, that's when we moved to Baton Rouge. We moved
Texas.
here.
Yep.
We moved back to Texas. Never thought I'd live here again, so it was a blessing to have my kid here.
Oh, great.
Got my personal trainer certification.
Yep.
And kind of took the business to a completely different level. I'd also been working with a supplementation company that was top notch, third party tested. You see it all over the NFL, soccer. But the more I worked with the company for the past 5 years, I started to see holes into where there were bigger opportunities. Like I was running into scenarios where people needed something that was soy free, non-GMO, gluten-free, lactose free.
Absolutely right.
And
we have to cater to all.
And like she said, the fitness industry is always evolving, but as a trainer, you're consistently evolving. Especially when you're new, you're consistently learning that there is no such thing as a one-size-fits-all.
Nope.
So, like, when you think...
Not with exercise and not with diet, excuse me, but I love that you said that statement, because I say it all the time. Mm-hmm. Health and wellness and fitness, for that matter, is not one size fits all. It's not, hey, everybody go on keto. It's not, hey, everybody do paleo. It's not, hey, everybody do group fitness, or everybody just get a trainer. It's constant.
Yeah.
We have to curtail it to every individual.
Absolutely.
Okay, so this is where I always tell you all, you have to seek wise counsel, which again, why we are here. Mm-hmm. This isn't going to maybe be great for everybody, but it's what we believe is a wonderful way to customize your supplementation.
I want you to think about your lifestyle changes. Sorry, 2 clients just came in. I want you to think about lifestyle changes as a big dartboard. And the way we've worked in the past, and the way I used to coach in the past, is you take this dart and you throw it, and you're hoping to God that it hits the bullseye. Because sometimes there are things hidden deep inside of you genetically that we cannot see. Not only that, but there was a time that me and my husband were taking the exact same vitamins and supplementation. Why would I think that what's going to work for him is going to work for me?
Right.
We have completely different body types. He's over 6 feet tall. I'm 5'2".
Yeah.
So it's one of those scenarios that you can't.
He's a man, you're a woman.
Yeah, you can't.
Right.
I've had a kid, so things
Hormones
change.
are different. Everything's different.
Absolutely. So the one thing that never changes with age, with babies, with anything is your DNA. So this is something that you can kind of take into play. A lot of people kind of run to 23andMe and all these different companies to try to figure out things with their diet, their nutrition, their family history, that kind of thing. Well, the company that I kind of found, I met with the CEO, which was an amazing experience for me, because how often do you meet with the CEO of a company who takes his time to come down and actually talk to people? I was
impressed by that story.
Who actually comes down to have the educational value with you to talk to you about the program. So the reason I made the transition over to ID Life was a multitude of reasons. Okay, let's first cover the free HIPAA regulated medical assessment that you would pay hundreds of dollars at a doctor's office to go take. You can just log on, you can take this for free. You're going to get tons of information. You're going to get a health score. You're going to get a full downloadable report. But what it does is it kind of works like an algorithm with the doctor's brain. When you're talking to the doctor and you're saying, this is in my family history, these are the medications that I'm on, this is what I'm facing, this is what I've been diagnosed with. Yeah. He's saying this will work for her, this won't, this will work, this won't. But then you also got to think that there's only certain times of the days that your body is actually going to metabolize things the way they need to. First thing in the morning, last thing at night. I didn't know that omega-3s were best. I mean, you can absorb them during any time of the day, but they're best absorbed in your body between 8 p.m. and 3 a.m.
Okay.
I mean, who the hell?
Now, what's the explanation for that?
It's just how your body, when your body starts to slow at night.
Rest. It's because you're resting.
It's because you're resting. So your body is starting to work through it a little bit differently than it would. Okay. Plus, you always want to take them with food. Yes. Because it helps break it down quicker.
Yep.
And push it out.
Take
good fat in, bad fat out. So with that said, a doctor in California created this algorithm with inside of this medical assessment that you kind of go through and you put in your family history, your medications. You put in like predispositions, what you're exposed to, toxins and things on a daily basis.
I did this already this last week.
And then at the very end, it gives you this entire recommendation based on a good, better, best scenario. But then you can click on the Y next to the vitamin that it actually recommends to you.
Love this part.
And it gives you the medical reason with the research data, which they update their research every single month to ensure that it is up to date and they don't need to make adjustments based on that.
Love it.
So like for me, it took in the fact that diabetes, cardiovascular, things like that run in my family, and they kind of look at the antioxidants and things that I need. Then there's the option to take the DNA test.
So go a step further. Yeah. Now, first and foremost, this assessment Dottie's talking about, it's a complimentary assessment.
Yeah,
you
free.
Go online and take, totally free. And it takes, I don't know, it took me 10 minutes.
Yeah.
If that. If you've got 10 minutes to just sit on your computer or your laptop and go through it. And it's questions, that are, geared towards you and your own health. So you answer those questions and it takes you to, like she said, it'll give you your recommended supplementation list. And then it even gives you the why if you're questioning it. Now she's saying you can take it a step further from there and do a DNA test. Now, how does that part work? Because I didn't get to that part yet.
So with the DNA, you order your kit. It comes in, and it's 4 different swabs, but it tests 5 different areas of your body.
Okay.
So it looks at how your metabolism works. It looks at if you have any food interactions, allergies, or anything like that.
Okay.
It looks at your exercise response. It looks at your weight predispositions. And it also looks for vitamin deficiencies inside of your body. I have it written down because I always miss something if I don't say it.
Yeah, there's a lot of great information.
There's a lot of great information in there. So it's one of those for a personal trainer, it dumbs it down for me.
Yep.
Because when we get this 43-page extensive report on your body, it basically tells me what we need to be doing with your nutrition, but then it also tells me what you need to be doing for your exercise.
Yeah.
So, for example, one woman that I'm working with right now here inside of the facility, it basically told her, she was a walker and she was doing slower weight training and things like that. It told her you're doing it wrong, basically.
Wow.
That you need to increase your cardiovascular, you need to be doing HIIT type workout.
Yep.
So you need those spurts of cardio that are bursted in there. She's already seen some things happen. Like,
and how old was she? Is she?
She's in her, I want to say she's in her 50s.
50s.
Yeah,
Okay,
she's
so
in her 50s.
For all my baby boomers out there, hear this, okay? There is a right and a wrong. There is a method to the madness.
There is a method
so
to the madness.
A lot of us are spinning our wheels doing, oh my God, we're killing ourselves in the gym. We're starving ourselves in the kitchen.
And we don't understand why the hell this is not working.
And as soon as we tell, and then we're like, how am I not losing weight?
Absolutely.
Why don't I feel better? Why isn't my sleep improved?
So, for example, my friend Ashley, she and her husband, completely two different people, right?
Yeah.
She's this itty bitty little thing who is looking to gain muscle.
Gain some, yeah.
Her husband he was active duty.
Okay.
And so, like, he came back after a year away and he was like, I'm ready to hit the gym.
Right.
And so, like, he's like, you're coming with me, and pulls her into the gym, and they're throwing these weights around and everything. And she's like, I am killing myself, and I'm not building any muscle.
Yeah.
Like, this is what is going on
right.
with me. Well, when she got her DNA report, it said you need slower controlled movements. So doing things like Pilates and bar with cross-weight training worked better for her.
With probably lower weights, higher reps.
Higher repetition.
Lower
so
weights,
when
higher
she
reps.
switched that, she started to put on lean muscle mass.
Beautiful.
So it was like, it literally, for a personal trainer, this is something
Eureka!
It dumbs it down. So every client that comes in for me now, they do the free assessment. We go through their medical assessment. We look at their options on the vitamins. You can literally go in there and customize this to your budget, which makes it even better. So it's not saying you have to take all this. It's like, okay, so for example, if it says you need a probiotic, if you're like, I'm on a great probiotic, take it out of your cart kind of scenario.
Right. So this is not a program designed
this is
for you to spend hundreds of dollars every month to buy their supplements. This is what I loved about it.
Yeah.
Because like exactly what Dottie just said, if ID Life is suggesting, if your assessment is suggesting you take a probiotic, and they have one obviously for you to purchase, but they're not saying that's the end all be all one.
No.
They're saying if you're already on one, continue taking it because that's what you need. But now it's confirmed that you actually need that supplement you're taking, because I certainly have done this throughout my journey. I've taken vitamins just because I'm like, oh yeah, I need E, I need D, I need B. That's what they say. Well, who are they?
Well, I mean,
and how do they know what I need? I've been taking supplements. I've overtaken iron.
We all have overtaken.
I've overtaken iron.
I've overtaken and undertaken because in my DNA,
yes.
I mean, y'all, seriously, it doesn't matter how many supplements I take, I'm freaking tired. Doesn't matter how much coffee or energy or anything that I drink, I'm freaking tired. I'm moody. Like, my husband says I'm grouchy, but I really don't think so.
Okay. I'm glad I'm finding this out now.
Yeah. No. But, and it only comes out on him. God love his heart.
Okay. God bless my heart.
But what I found out in my DNA report is I'm significantly deficient in B12. So I have increased requirements for B12.
Yes.
Well, guess what? This is all linked to ding, ding, ding.
Yes.
It also said that I'm predispositioned to attack things in my food that has the B12 in it. So I need to take additional supplementation on top of it.
Okay.
But just not any regular B12 will work. So they have a special B complex with vitamin E that I need to take in order for my body to absorb it and to retain it and process it.
And then explain this to her again, as she told you, there's a Y button. And so you're going to be able to click on that and understand exactly what Dottie's explaining.
And the beautiful thing is once you take you get your DNA results, you go back into your free assessment and you input that data, and then it adjusts your supplementation based on that. So for me, it added vitamin E and B complex into mine.
Okay, wonderful.
But this is one thing I wanted to share, and I am going to read this because it is scientifically proven that, and this is true, and we talked about this in the beginning, the world is filled with one-size-fits-all type vitamins, and it just automatically assumes that you need absolutely everything that is inside of this multivitamin, which is crap. So let's just put that out there.
It's crap.
Multivitamins don't consider your current health status, where you are with your health.
And they're not all good.
And it says the one-size-fits-all approach could be causing your body more harm than good due to potential adverse reactions. Many vitamins and minerals have questionable origins and levels of effectiveness, leaving you believing you are absorbing a percentage of the nutrient that is inaccurate. Did you hear that? that you may not be completely absorbing everything that you're putting into your body with your multivitamin right now.
And that can be due to many things.
Yeah.
That can be due to many things.
And your body sometimes has a hard time, like, metabolizing all of it. So your body may be, like, suffering from what you're putting inside of it. And then multiple scientific studies show the ineffectiveness of multivitamins and suggest that they provide mineral health benefit. So minimal health benefit. Yeah. So the reason ID Life went the direction, and ID stands for individually designed nutrition.
Beautiful.
And that's it. So when I get my vitamins, my vitamin pack does not look like my husband's. They look like this, okay? So you're going to get an AM and a PM box. Mm-hmm. That's it. I mean, you take it with your breakfast, you take it with your lunch. I have a girlfriend who has a thyroid disorder. Yeah. So her vitamins are actually conditioned to be taken in conjunction with the rules that her doctor gives her for her thyroid medication.
Beautiful. And like Dottie said at the beginning, morning and night is when we've discovered we can best metabolize our vitamins and our supplementation. So what we want to just give you a little takeaway as we wrap things up. Yep. And what would you want? What do we want to tell them in closing, Dottie, about the benefits of ID Life overall?
You know, the benefits with ID Life, besides the individually designed nutrition, the benefit of being able to take the DNA test and get the 5 different answers to these responses that your body needs to respond best to both nutrition and exercise. The fact that it is soy-free, non-GMO, it is gluten-free.
Beautiful.
They have a lactose-free in some of the products. They even have vegan shakes. So, like, for all of my vegetarians, my pescatarians who are looking for something more vegan and plant-based, they do have that. And what they did is they looked at all these other companies and they started to figure out a way to compile everything so you're not spending as much money, because they're not all about the money, they're about the health of the people that they're working with.
I love. Which is what we are all about. Yeah. So I thought what I was really most intrigued by with this whole thing was when I came in and met Dottie. Not only again we are in alignment professionally, but even personally as far as the love and passion we have for our clients and getting them their best results individually. Because again, we come from that philosophy. It is not one size fits all. So when we have a client that comes to us and they're spinning their wheels, we want to know the why. Oh, yeah. We want to know the why. So for us to have a tool now that we can use, because again, we're always doing our research and our due diligence. We're not trying to say our way is the only way and the best way. We know that there are other tools that we can use as personal trainers and health professionals in the industry that can help us get that information to our clients and give them the best result possible. It's at least this is a free assessment, y'all. So it's totally worth getting online and looking at. And if you have any questions, if you do this and you have questions, we put Dottie's information up on the screen. You can totally reach out to her via Facebook. You can catch her right here and send her a private message, or I put her email address up as well. You can also go to sensationallife.com and please go to sensationallife.com and register, subscribe to the email list. Not because we're going to send you a crap ton of bad emails or junk stuff. We literally are just sending Fitness Friday recaps. So if you missed any of this from this morning or earlier in the segment, or you just want a recap of what we discussed, I kind of compile it into one email and send it off to you guys. So I want to look at that. I know she's got one more thing to say.
I can also put in at the bottom in the comments a direct link for them to even just go take the free assessment and test it out.
That would be wonderful.
So it just kind of like dumbs it down, and it's one of those, guys, don't freak out when you look at it. Like, go through the assessment. You're going to answer questions on your diet, your nutrition, like everything. Yeah. And then when you get to the end, it's going to give you a good, better, best. You can take everything out of the cart and read the why and be like, usually for me, the scenario is 2 or more reasons, then it's something that my body truly needs. Or if it's something that I'm seriously concerned about, like bone health or heart disease, then that's something that I truly need. Everybody's is going to look different. My pack looks different from my husband's pack. But what'll happen is once you take it, I'm going to reach out to you and be like, hey, let's talk about it. Let me walk you through this.
Yes, that's what we want to do.
Yep. Yeah. And at the very top, there is a full downloadable report. Download your report because it's going to go ahead and give you recommendations on nutrition advice.
Yeah, and show it to your doctor. Show it to your doctor. Yes. They'll be blown away by what you've
I tell
discovered.
People, take it to their doctor.
That will help them.
I'm already working with 4 urgent cares in San Antonio with ID Life Nutrition. They have it in their office now that their nurse practitioners are using.
So even the doctors are using it. So again, we're not here to sell you anything.
No.
We're always just here. I'm just here to help you because I love on all of you. I'm gonna thank Dottie again for taking the time. She's gotta go teach the classes. People are after her.
Thanks for having me. Absolutely.
I can't wait. I'm looking so forward to working with you.
I'm so excited.
And I really want to do a separate segment with Dottie. We're gonna probably plan that in the very near future, the next couple of weeks, on bar, because she has got such an extensive. All my bar ladies, you are gonna look at how you take bar and how you experience a bar class once she gives you a little bit more some information, education on that too. So I'm saying have a wonderful, blessed, happy, healthy weekend. Health and happiness to you all. Thank you again for watching. You can always look at us on YouTube as well. We love you, and we'll talk to you next Friday. Bye guys.